The Boondocks is an adult animated sitcom created by Aaron McGruder for Adult Swim. Initially, The Boondocks started out as a comic strip on hitlist.com, one of the first music websites. Later it was added to the Source magazine. But the comic strip's creator McGruder had a bigger vision for the Boondocks. He wanted the Boondocks to be a syndicated comic strip and also an animated television series. He'd get all that he wanted, but he'd get the Boondocks to be a syndicated comic strip first. It was debuted in newspapers in April 1999. McGruder teamed up with film producer/director Reginald Hudlin, president of entertainment for BET from 2005 to 2008, to create a pilot for the potential Boondocks series to pitch to the Fox network, but it was proven to be an onerous task, seeing that it was met with difficulty to make the series acceptable for network television. Hudlin then left the project after the Fox deal didn't come to fruition. However, the president of Adult Swim and executive producer for Aqua Teen Hunger Force and Space Ghost Coast to Coast, Mike Latso, found the pilot, and though he thought of it to be too networky, he however ordered a 15-episode season and told McGruder to just tell stories. The series is incongruent to the comic strip, but in the final year of the strip, McGruder made an effort to get them to harmonize by introducing Uncle Ruckus into the strip, and by making Riley's hair to be braided into cornrows to match the character's hair in the series. In March 2006, during Season 1, McGruder put the comic strip on a 6-month break. However, he did not return to the strip, and Universal Press Syndicate, the strip's syndicate, announced that it had been cancelled. The show is situated in the fictional suburb of Woodcrest. Woodcrest is a predominantly white suburb. It is speculated to be the real-life Crestwood, Illinois. The Boondocks is known for and is criticized for its controversial topics, such as its input on the government's response to Hurricane Katrina, the Iraq War, September 11th attacks, and the usage of the N-word, which is prevalent throughout the show. There was also a protest prompted by Al Sharpton for the episode Return of the King, because of Martin Luther King Jr.'s character's usage of the N-word, saying, Cartoon Network must apologize and also commit to pulling episodes that desecrate black historic figures. But instead, in response, Cartoon Network released a statement stating, "We think Aaron McGruder came up with a thought-provoking way of not only showing Dried King's bravery but also of reminding us of what he stood and fought for, and why even today, it is important for all of us to remember that and to continue to take action." It is to be known that the Return of the King episode won the Boondocks a Peabody Award for being an especially daring episode. The show was ranked 6th by Time magazine out of 10 of the most controversial cartoons of all time. The main characters in the Boondocks series are Huey Freeman. Huey is 10-year-old and is the family's moral compass and voice of reason. He is an intelligent, wise beyond his years avid reader who is knowledgeable about a variety of subjects. He is heavily influenced by the theories of various left-wing social movements and social justice leaders. He is against urban gangster rap/hip-hop as portrayed in mainstream media for glamorizing wasteful extravagance, self-defeating lifestyles, and ignorance. He is also a highly skilled kung fu fighter. Riley Freeman. Riley is the brother of Huey. He is 8-year-old and the total opposite of Huey. He is mischievous, an enthusiastic follower of urban gangster rap/hip-hop. He is loyal to those gangster rap ideals, even in the face of the self-destructive consequences. Riley is also skilled in street fighting. Last but not least is Robert Jebediah Freeman, otherwise known as Grandad. Robert is the grandfather and legal guardian of Huey and Riley. While he loves his 2 grandsons, he sometimes explodes in tirades of angry frustration over the wisecracking observations, constant schemes, and misadventures, although he has his own moments. For instance, his eagerly misguided dating pursuits unwittingly attract bizarre or dangerous women. Now, both the comic strip and the animated series were influenced by McGruder's love of anime and manga. McGruder cites Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo as inspiration for the Boondocks fight scenes. We can see Samurai Champloo influence in the opening sequence of Season 1 as it contains similarities to the anime. Season 1 was produced by a Japanese anime studio named Madhouse, something McGruder was glad for. However, for reasons unknown, the deal with Madhouse fell through, and from Season 2 onward the series was being animated by South Korean studio Moa Animation. The Boondocks premiered on November 6, 2005, and the show lasted for 4 seasons ending on June 23, 2014 with a total of 55 episodes. Back in 2013, McGruder started a Kickstarter campaign to raise $200,000 in order to produce a live-action film focusing on the character Uncle Ruckus, noting that the crowdfunding would be the sole source of funding for the film's budget. But it was never to be. The campaign ended with 2,667 backers and $129,963 of the $200,000 goal. The project would never come to fruition. It was announced in 2019 by Sony Pictures Animation that The Boondocks was getting a reboot. There was ordered 2 seasons with 12 episodes for each, with a 50-minute special to be made. The Boondocks was scheduled to start streaming on HBO Max in fall 2020, but it would never happen. McGruder was set to return as showrunner and executive producer along with Norm Alligem for Mainstay Entertainment, as well as Sung Kim and Megan Collins Robertson. The series was set to be produced by Sony Pictures Animation in partnership with Sony Pictures Television. In the rebooted series, we would have seen Riley, Huey, and Grandad moving to a suburb in Maryland which is taken over by Uncle Ruckus, who have enforced his neo-fascist regime, which is hard for them to live under. On February 2, 2022, it was announced by Cedric Yarbrough, a voice actor in the series who voiced Tom Dubois, that it has been cancelled and Sony had shelved the reboot. But why is the reboot series of The Boondocks cancelled? There is no reason given, but we can speculate that McGruder and Sony has gotten in a disagreement again, seeing that they had a disagreement over the production schedule that caused McGruder to not be involved in the production of The Boondocks Season 4. So I do believe that they could have gotten in another disagreement and Sony just decided to cancel The Boondocks Reboot. But hey, that is just my thought on it. I could be wrong, so let me know your thoughts on why you believe The Boondocks Reboot was cancelled in the comments. For now, thanks for watching.